Loving a cat is easy. Communicating that affection so your feline genuinely feels, it is the puzzle that confounds many well-intentioned owners. What looks like contentment to us can read as indifference to a cat, and gestures we assume are sweet may come across as intrusive or even threatening. Modern research into feline behavior has begun to decode the subtleties of this species, revealing a set of practical, science-backed actions that translate our human devotion into signals a cat instinctively understands. Implementing these simple practices can deepen trust, increase companionship, and transform a cautiously aloof housemate into a confident, affectionate friend. The first principle is perhaps the most surprising. Your own demeanor shapes your cat's willingness to approach. Investigators at the University of Milan asked owners to present distinct emotional states, happiness, irritation, or neutrality, while interacting with their pets. The cats reacted immediately and consistently. When owners smiled, spoke softly, and moved with relaxed gestures, feline subjects responded with purrs, head bumps, and extended contact. When owners acted angry or even emotionally flat, cats withdrew or watched from a distance. This mirrors a truth that many behaviorists emphasize. Cats read human microexpressions far more intently than we read theirs. So, adopting a warm tone and relaxed posture communicates safety more clearly than any treat or toy. Before inviting your cat onto the couch, pause to breathe, soften your voice, and let genuine calm settle over you. Those few seconds of internal adjustment can be the difference between a cat who curls happily beside you and one who leaves the room. Once your emotional broadcast is tuned to friendly, you can introduce the silent greeting that behaviorists affectionately call the slow blink. Field studies show that when a cat voluntarily narrows its eyes, holding the lids half closed before completing a languid blink, it is signaling trust. Predators do not willingly obscure their own vision unless they feel entirely safe. By mimicking that gesture, gazing gently, letting your eyelids fall halfway, then closing them in a leisurely sweep, you tell your cat that you too are peaceful and non-threatening. In controlled experiments, cats approached unfamiliar humans who offered this blink more readily than those who stared or maintained a neutral face. Practice the blink whenever you notice your cat watching you from across the room. Keep the motion. Unhurried, break eye contact by turning your head slightly to the side and wait. Many cats will answer with a reciprocal blink, which is as close as a feline comes to saying, "I love you too." Creating physical comfort that mimics the security of kittenhood is another potent bonding tool, and a plain fleece blanket can serve as the anchor. Ethologists note that the texture and warmth of fleece closely resemble the insulating grip of a mother cat's fur. Provide a dedicated throw on the sofa or a folded square in your cat's favorite chair, and you may see kneading behavior, rhythmic pressing of the paws within minutes. That motion, rooted in nursing, releases endorphins that ease tension and mark the blanket, and by association, your presence nearby, as a zone of relaxation. Replace worn blankets regularly so the loft remains soft and launder them without. Heavily perfumed detergents. Subtle familiar scents heighten the sense of safety. Scent itself is central to the feline world. Cats rely on chemical cues to define territory, identify family, and judge whether an environment is benign. Synthetic. Pheromone diffusers capitalize on this by dispersing copies of facial pheromones a cat deposits when it rubs its cheeks against furniture or a trusted person. Peer-reviewed trials conducted by veterinary behaviorists show that households using pheromone products report measurable declines in stress-linked behaviors, such as urine marking, hiding, or intercat aggression. Place a plug-in diffuser in the room where your cat spends the most downtime, or spritz the fleece blanket lightly before a potentially stressful event, such as moving furniture or hosting guests. Conversely, be mindful of scents that overwhelm or endanger. Essential oils containing citrus, tea tree, or peppermint can irritate feline airways and, if ingested while grooming, may cause toxic reactions. Opt for unscented cleaners and avoid oil diffusers unless you are certain every ingredient is safe for cats. Another deeply ingrained behavior that strengthens social are affirming alliance and familial trust. You can approximate this ritual with a silicone grooming glove or soft bristle brush. Start sessions when your cat is already relaxed, perhaps, after a meal, and focus on the forehead, cheeks, and chin where scent glands are concentrated. Keep strokes slow and light, and pause frequently so the cat can nuzzle or lick your hand if it wishes. Those tentative licks are your feline's reciprocation, a clear sign you have been accepted into its inner circle. Should the cat walk away, respect the boundary. Forcing contact undermines the very trust you aim to build. Regular, voluntary grooming sessions not only remove loose fur, but elevate your relationship to the partnership level cats reserve for close allies. Reading the tail provides real-time feedback on how well your efforts are received. A vertical tail with a slight curve at the tip is the feline equivalent of a smile, confident, friendly, welcoming. A puffed arched tail announces fear or high arousal, while a low sweeping lash indicates irritation. By pausing to observe tail language, you can adjust your approach before a negative mood escalates. If you see a twitching tail tip while playing, dial down the intensity or offer a food puzzle instead of a feather wand. If the tail rises as you slow blink from across the room, consider that your invitation to share space and gentle affection. Respecting these signals proves to your cat that you understand its boundaries, encouraging more frequent, affectionate displays. Routine is the final pillar that translates love into security. Domestic cats may nap away most of the day, but their internal clocks are finely tuned to patterns of feeding, play, and quiet. Researchers writing in the Journal of Applied Animal Behavior Science found that cats in multi-cat homes with predictable schedules exhibited lower cortisol levels and fewer conflict behaviors than cats subjected to random meal times and sporadic interaction. Choose set windows for breakfast and dinner. Reserve a consistent quarter hour for interactive play with a wand toy or ball chase, and slot grooming into a regular evening ritual. Over time, your cat will anticipate these events, greeting you with chirps when the hour arrives. That anticipation itself becomes a source of positive emotion, reinforcing the sense that you are a dependable provider of all good things. Combine these 7 practices: projecting cheerful calm, exchanging slow blinks, offering a fleece nest, diffusing feline pheromones, engaging in mutual grooming, decoding tail signals, and honoring a steady routine, and you will speak the clearest love language any cat could hope to hear. None require elaborate equipment or expensive training sessions. They demand only observation, empathy, and the discipline to meet your cat on its own terms day after day. The reward is profound. A companion who chooses your lap over the windowsill, whose purrs resonate while you read or work, whose silent presence turns a simple room into a sanctuary. Begin tonight. Smile when your cat pads into the kitchen. Lower your eyelids in that slow, trusting blink. Lay a fresh fleece square beside you on the couch and stroke the fur that has waited patiently for your understanding. In a world crowded with noise, these quiet moments of mutual comprehension shine the brightest, reminding us that love, when spoken fluently, needs no words at all.